Welcome to the Acxess Spring Academy. My name is Alfonso Jaramillo and I will be your host for these series of classes. Today we'll be covering basic compression spring types. So the purpose of this type of spring is to give force while compressing. When the force of the load is released, the spring will return back to its original length. Compression springs are the most commonly used types of springs in the world, as well as the most economical. Compression springs are used in thousands of everyday products like ballpoint pins, push buttons, car suspensions, medical devices, and even pogo sticks. Let's go on to the next page. Basic compression spring examples. An example is a pogo stick. A pogo stick is an old toy used back in the days, but basically you jumped up and down on the pogo stick, compress the compression spring, releases energy, and makes you jump up into the air. So that's what one of the types of uses for a basic compression spring. The next one would be a ballpoint pen. As you well know, ballpoint pens have a little button that you click or push on top. The pen comes out and you can write with the pen. The next one is just a general illustration of a compression spring. And the fourth illustration is a button that's used with the compression spring underneath it. The compression spring will compress when the button is pushed and thus releasing the button back to its original position or length. The next slide we're covering are basic compression springs offer a stored energy. The release of that stored energy can be released into an apparatus, a product, or inside of a device. This provides an infinite array of choices on how to release their energy. The basic compression spring is primarily used for up and down movement, such as a car or a motorcycle suspension. These have to last millions of cycles of use over prolonged periods of time. Another example of this is a valve spring used in the motor of your car. Your car goes through thousands of RPMs an hour, meaning the valve springs in your car need to do the same. The valve springs in your car need to meet very high standards and must be designed for the environment that the spring is subject to, and it's important in the roles of our lives. Basic compression springs are also called coil springs, and in some instances they're also known as a helical coil spring. These are the most popular names for compression springs. Basic compression spring, a compression spring, a coil spring, a helical coil spring, a heavy-duty coil spring, a light coil spring, etc., etc. There's a lot of names for coil springs in the industry, but those are the most common types of names you will hear talked about in the spring industry. Throughout the journey of spring making, you will discover the amazing abilities of springs. Compression springs are found in life-saving products like inhalers for asthmatic patients, or in auto-injector needles for people that have anaphylactic reactions, like those for nuts or bee stings. Springs are essential to our everyday living. They can even be found in the smile behind dental braces. Springs help us in many ways. We may not realize, but we may have to come to rely on them in many instances in our lives. The next slide will show us how springs are used in other products. Compression springs are found in shock absorbers, the suspensions of cars and motorcycles, off-road vehicles, trains, planes, and anything that pretty much has wheels. The next slide will show us compression springs are pretty much everywhere you look. They're found in microswitches, computer keyboards. You might recognize that famous toy of a spring, the Slinky. That was also a compression spring. So we'll move on to the next slide. It will show us you also find them in automobile clutches and motorcycles. A clutch spring needs to have a good spring design in order to last several thousands or even millions of cycles of use. Think about how many times you rely on your brakes on a motorcycle or a car. A spring is behind that action and reaction every step of the way. The next slide will show us how springs are used in the valve industry. The valve industry, which is made of oil, gas, water, and air industries, rely heavily on coil springs for check valves, for pressure valves, water release valves, and gas valves, just to name a few. The next slide shows us how compression springs are used in the irrigation industry. Compression springs are used in sprinklers that water our grass. They're used in the rotary type sprinklers as well as the valves that control the water flow. Without springs controlling the flow of our water, we wouldn't have the water to our lawn automatically. The lawn would be not watered automatically. And that concludes the first section of Unit 1. Thank you for your time.